And good afternoon, fans, and welcome to the Tennessee Tempo FC Sports Network for today's matchup between your third in the table, Tennessee Tempo FC, and second in the table, Nashville Rhythm. Today's matchup looks to be a good one as Tempo drew with Rhythm at their home just earlier this year in a thrilling 2-2 draw as Jessica Mira scored the near winner late in the game, just in the very last minute of stoppage time in what was honestly probably Tempo's best game of the year. Really showed that they were able to play in this league and starting to prove a point since then. Coming into this game, Rhythm, 5 matches played, 10 points from those games, only dropping points to us and to top of the table 865 Alliance, currently coming off back-to-back wins, one of them being 5-1 against FC Birmingham and one being 7-1 against Jackson Ignite as the ball is put into the box by Holzenbeck and eventually played out, put back in the box by Ella Tuplin. Kai Gear trying to put it forward, unable to get anything working right now. I'll get you starting lineups in just a moment, but starting in the lineup for Rhythm, up top, number 22, Jaden Belter, proven goal scorer in the NAI. If you pay much attention to the NAI, then you would know Jaden Belter's name as she scored over 100 goals in her collegiate career for the University of the Cumberlands, and she transferred now, I believe, to Florida International University to play her final year of college soccer. For Tempo, 5 matches played, 8 points. Our last home game, that being for Tempo, dropped points against Jackson Ignite, as well as the previous draw with Nashville Rhythm, and 3 points going the way of 865 Alliance, who still remain undefeated in the WPSL. Tempo last weekend beat FC Birmingham 6-0 at FC Birmingham, their first time playing this late in the season, but a great victory. Head coach Giff Nadam happy to see the team playing. I should say co-head coach Giff Nadam, excuse me. Has the team playing well and look to continue that form going into this week. Previous home game against Ignite was a 1-1 draw, ended up being called early due to a lack of light. Unideal circumstances, though today looks to be better already. As I say that, there's a near chance at the back post for number 21 for Rhythm. I'll get into the starting lineups now. First for the visitors, Nashville. We have number 28, Kendall Curran. Number 9, Kinston Evans. Number 23, Madison Long. Number 12, Hannah Smoot. Number 13, Georgia Shields. Number 14, Naho Yamamura. Number 11, Aoi Kawabuchi. Number 21, Maggie Phillips. Number 15, Maddie Hill. And number 6, Katie Tony, besides the aforementioned number 22, Jaden Belter. And for Tempo, the same starting lineup from last weekend. A strong lineup, in my opinion. I'd love to see it in goal. Number 28, Laya Rock Font. In the back, partnered by Samantha Holzenbeck, Jessica Mira, and Laura Roca. As we have the delivery from the corner in the back of the box. Second post, first headed out by Jessica Mira. The one-time shot goes well over the bar, coming from number 15. Again, I apologize as I get used to these names. That's Maddie Hill. But as I was saying, in the defense, we have Celia Hara, Jessica Mira. Looking forward, Ella Tuplin in the middle. Just before kickoff was named WPSL Attacker of the Week for the South region, that is, for her game against FC Birmingham, where she scored a lovely free kick from more than 30 yards out of the box, as well as adding in 2 assists, as that is Jessica Mira committing a foul on Belter. Also in the midfield, we have Laura Roca, Amanda Perez, and number 7, Lily Filler. And up top, number 9, Kai Presley, as we'll have a foul and a free kick just on the left side of the box. Rhythm, I have to say, look like they're in a rhythm early in this game. One player at the first post, most players at the second post. Ball's in. And it looks like that was indeed Jaden Belter putting a ball in the back of the goal. As I said, she is a proven goal-scoring threat as the new FIU striker puts one in early. Tempo going to have to look to respond quickly as now under 10 minutes into this first half. Rhythm find themselves ahead 1-0 as Jaden Belter now moves up to 5 goals in just 3 games, I believe, for Rhythm. Nahara playing the ball outside to Holzenbeck, looking for Nalugwa. She has Filler coming close to her. Plays a 1-2 down the wing. Fuller, excuse me, I said Filler. There she is again, though the ball is won back by Rhythm. Nalugwa pressuring number 6 in the midfield, Tony. Winning the ball back is Filler. Apologize if you're hearing a bit of a wind from our crowd mic. I'll bring that down a little bit. As the captain, number 9, drives the ball forward. Tries to play the ball over, but Celia Nahara able to bring that one down. All the way to Nalugwa. That's Tuplin trying to get a touch and a pass forward. And that will be Sammy Hosenbeck with the throw-in. The Tennessee Wesleyan defender playing alongside one of her teammates in net, Laya Rock Font. As our throw-in finds Kai driving forward as Filler. Tries to play a ball over the top to Ashiat Nalugwa, unable to find her. It's the most faint bit of pressure from Presley. Going to force the goalkeeper to pick it up, and she'll take her time, push her team forward. And the punt, well past the halfway line. And that'll be Mira coming out with it. Plays it to Holzenbeck on the outside. She has Nalugwa forward, prefers to play a ball over the top. Presley in a battle with number 23. The ball initially cleaned up, though it's continuing to bounce around. Now it's Nalugwa. Pereiras on the ball. She's driving. Tries to play Filler. Unable to find her. Driving is Nati Rojas. She puts a ball in off the head of Laura Roca, who did score a header last week on one of those assists from Tuplin. Ball's flicked back. Goalkeeper going to have to charge for it. She's able to handle it. Another long punt all the way back to Mira. She'll allow Rock Font to pick that ball up. Hosenbeck to the ball in the middle to Filler. Filler, just a junior in high school, already committed to UTC. An excellent player as Tuplin loses the ball in the middle to Belter. Belter tries to play it forward. She finds her teammate playing all the way to the outside now. The captain dancing on the ball. Hosenbeck stands her up. Ball in the middle. Belcher with an initial touch. Getting the ball out, though, is Roca. And Rhythm still continuing to put that high pressure on Tennessee Tempo. The throw-in coming from number 12. That's Hannah Smoot. Initially looked at Yamamura, though, prefers to play it down the line. Tuplin and Hosenbeck both with pressure. Ball played out for another Rhythm throw-in. Throw finds Belter. Belter was at the second post. I'm misread right there. 21 and 22. That is number 21, Maggie Phillips, trying to put a ball into the box. Though Font will get a goal kick out of it and play it short to Nahera. Nahera forward to Pereiras. She'll go back to her keeper. Pressure coming from Belter. Now to Mira. And Hosenbeck with the ball for the moment. Tries to play a ball into the middle. That's Belter playing it forward. Number 14 plays it into the middle. Blocked by Mira. Mira's going to have to make a last-ditch effort to clear that out. Still putting strong pressure on the ball. Rhythm, nearly everybody on their team feels like in Tempo's defensive third of the field. Only leaving 2 center backs. Pressing nearly everybody else. And the punt just shy of midfield or just past midfield. That's Presley on the ball. Filler with options forward. She plays it over to Pereiras. The ball will be wide. A long pass coming from Phillips. It's going to make its way all the way back to Font, who will play it down to her fellow Spaniard, Nahera. And that's Pereiras now dropping back. Plays a left-footed ball down the wing to Nati Rojas. Charging forward is Roca. And well defended by number 23, Madison Long. And after a small collision on the far sideline, that will be a Rhythm throw-in. And the long ball back in the middle to Tony. She drops it to one of her teammates. Charging for it is Nalugwa. She's able to rein that in and drops it back to Hosenbeck. Hosenbeck looks to go all the way back. Pass is short, and charging was Belter. Rock Font happy just to get that ball out for the time. And yet again, that'll be another rhythm throw in. Dropping deep for the ball is Tony, though headed up by Hosenbeck. Ball still being played in the air. Tuplin with the last touch. That's Hosenbeck playing it again to her teammate at Tennessee Wesleyan. Naheda driving forward. Tries to find Roca, though she turns it over in a dangerous position to Kawabuchi. The ball into the middle to Yamamura, and it is in the back of the net. The two Japanese players linking up for Nashville Rhythm's second goal of the game. Less than ideal start in this first half for Tempo as they find themselves down 2-0. Gonna need a quick response. Looks like Rhythm are playing inspired, looking to make their way into the playoffs and hopefully make a national charge. Playing with a chip on their shoulder as a long ball coming from Tuplin. Looking for Roca or Rojas won. Instead, won by Rhythm, and they are driving forward yet again. Strong pressure coming down this left side, this near sideline. Great tackle from Hosenbeck to delay what looks like a very momentous first half for Nashville Rhythm. Ball being played in. That's along with the touch. Naheda plays it well high in the sky, headed back in. And the goalkeeper will be able to corral that easily. Rockfont going to have to do her best to keep her head after giving up 2 goals relatively early in this first half. Pereiras linking up with Roca for the time being, but the pressure from Rhythm is keeping Tempo well out of their rhythm. His pressing is long in the middle to Nahera from Rockfont. Turning is Pereiras. Left foot ball up the wing to Rojas. Rojas with time and space puts it in the middle to Roca. She'll look outside, plays the long switch, and a lovely pass to a charging Ashiat Nalugwa, though well defended by Rhythm. And they'll have the ball and maintain it yet again. Pressure from Tuplin forces it all the way back to the number 9. Kinston Evans on the ball now, playing it back to Smoot. Smoot driving down the wing. Strong pressure coming from Filler. She's shoulder to shoulder. Help coming from Tuplin. Down the wing. Looked like Long could have been offsides, and she is. Excuse me, that's Tony. Hosenbeck will look to take the set piece here. Naheda, directing traffic a little bit right there. And the long ball coming from Hosenbeck. Won by Roca in the middle. Tries to play it forward for Presley. Nalugwa able to come out of the scrap with the ball. She has Presley in the middle. Plays it back to her holding midfielder in Tuplin. Now Pereiras on the ball. Drops to fellow Brazilian Mira. Down the wing to Rojas. Several Tempo players in the box. Rojas loves to take a player one-on-one. She'll have a chance down this left wing. She's charging, and that should be a Tempo corner. It is indeed a corner. While it is boiling outside, I have to say I'm very thankful we are being hosted graciously by Oakland High School for this game. And their AC unit is blowing a lot of cold air. I'm going to have to turn that off in a moment as the delivery is coming from Pereiras, short to Filler. And I believe that will be Filler with the last touch. No, excuse me. It could have come off number 23, Long. And Pereiras will have another chance. The left-footed corner out swinging near the second post, so it looks like it's never going to find its way back to play. And while we gear up for this goal kick, I'll pause for just one moment and rejoin you in a couple seconds. And I'm back. As Rhythm continuing to try and hold this ball, pressure now coming from Tempo. It was obvious in the early parts of this first half the Rhythm wanted to come out and press high and press hard. As now that's Evans trying to play the ball forward, though Roca has a chance to come out with it. Going shoulder to shoulder, Roca comes out still. Looking for a foul, though referee says play on. As Kawabuchi looked like she could have got her foot, though the referee doesn't see it. And Aluga playing that ball well in the air. Coming out with it is Pereira initially, though. This looks like it could be gearing up to be a battle of a game as Tuplin wins that ball, plays it forward to Rojas. She sends it to Roca. Roca with not a bad attempt from well over 20 yards outside of the box. Outside of the goal, I should say. As now the Rhythm goalkeeper will push her players forward, looking for another long kick, I would assume. And she will go long. Initially won by Rojas. She comes out with it, playing it forward to Pereiras. Nobody wanting the ball just yet. I believe that's Yamamura. And finally, Evans plays the ball outside, looking for Phillips. Unable to find her. Finds Rojas, though. She's unable to come out with the ball, as it'll be another Rhythm throw-in. And the throw-in is in, though it's won by Roca. Right back to her. Looking for Presley. Presley with two players on her. Trying to evade the pressure. She's out for now. Tough one on the ball. Players all around her. Rojas going to drop it all the way back to Mira. And now to Font. She has Hosenbeck on the outside, and she will play her. In the middle is Nahera. Nahera driving for the moment. Looking for Pereiras. Unable to find her, though. Tuplin is able to come out of that with the ball. Now Mira back to Roca. Roca very strong on the ball. One of the few fouls of this game so far have been called. As Rhythm committing the foul, giving Tuplin a chance to put a ball forward. And put a ball forward she does, and it's a lovely one to Nati Rojas, who tries to flick it on in the middle to Presley. Unable to find her, though. As now Rojas wins it right back. Presley on the ball, takes a shot. Well wide of the goal, but not a bad attempt considering circumstances. So we should just about be ticking over the 20-minute mark of this game. If you're just joining, I hate to say it if you're a Tennessee Tempo fan, but Rhythm lead this game 2-0. And the Rhythm goal kick, a line drive, just about to the 40-yard line on this American football field. And Rhythm able to come out with the ball for now, playing down the wing, looking for Phillips, unable to find her. Rhythm again with strong pressure being led by Jaden Belter. Mira can't play with the ball too much back there. Belter is a proven goal scorer. As Roca has the ball taken off her, though, the referee will say the Rhythm committed another foul here. Fourth official just checking on some things. I believe there is a thunderstorm watch in place, or a warning one, whichever the lesser one is, I believe. So could be having some wind and rain heading this way. Hopefully none of the scary L word that nobody likes to hear when you're in the middle of a soccer game. As Rhythm will play the ball back into the middle to Shields. And the long ball tried to be played through. Colliding with Tony was Nahera, though the ball go all the way back to Rock Font. Right back to Nahera. Eyeing up the long ball. She prefers to play it short. Right back to her. A little outside foot pass. One in the middle by Kawabuchi. Now driving to the outside of the field is Shields. She'll drop it in the middle looking for Yamamura. The delivery in the box finds Belter. And Belter's attempt goes over top the goal. Another solid chance. I hate to say it again for Rhythm, but Rhythm are playing quite well at this point of the game. And it looks like there may have been a lightning strike. I have no word yet, but everyone's leaving the field. So I hate to say it, fans, but if you've been tuning in, it looks like we may have to be slightly delayed for the moment. As soon as I get any kind of word, I'll let you know. But just as we were past the 20-minute mark in this first half, it looks like the fans are scrambling to get to their cars as the rain is beginning to pour. Well, until I get any word for now, fans, I want to thank you for tuning in to the Tennessee Tempo FC Sports Network, as it looks to be coming a downpour right now. Stay tuned in or come back to look at the social medias at tntempofc.com, tntempofc on Instagram to find any kind of updates on the weather, any kind of delays. We appreciate you listening, and thank you. Hey, Joao Pedro Valicente, if you're listening to the broadcast, the game will hopefully return. We are just in a lightning delay. As soon as we have any kind of an update, we'll get on here and let you know about it. But there's no time set right now to return that we know of. Just make sure to stay posted to the live stream. Thank you. And welcome back, fans. After a little bit of a lightning delay, we are back under play as Lyra Rock Font will start things off strong with a goal kick to the midfield, though being brought down is Amanda Perez, who initially won the ball, was dragged to the floor. Will continue play as we just about are in the 23rd minute of this first half. Nashville Rhythm, if you missed it, went ahead by 2 goals. You had goals coming from number 22, Jaden Belter, and number 14, Yamamura. As it looks like Tempo could have had a sub here at the half. It's number 10. I believe that's Sarah Grace Tatum playing, though I'll double check that in a moment. Again, playing in the WPSL. If you didn't know, there are unlimited subs as Tuplin plays the ball outside to Nalugwa. Nalugwa back to Tuplin. Tuplin, great shout out to Ella, someone I know very well. Just won South Region WPSL Offensive Player of the Week with a goal and 2 assists last weekend. As now looking to create some offense herself. Nalugwa cuts the ball in from Roca, and she's going to have too big of a touch, though it will end up getting Tempo a corner. Coming out of a break, it's always tough for both teams. We'll look to see who responds quicker in this second half of our first half. As we were close to being split right down the 45 minutes. The delivery from Nalugwa into the box nearly found Mira, though Rhythm able to get a boot on it. Playing it back to Pereira's. And that's Filler on the ball now. Dummies a shot. Plays outside looking for Nalugwa, though the two are not on the same page. Nalugwa throws her hand up and says, "That is my fault." Again, I want to thank you, fans. We really appreciate everyone tuning in to the Tennessee Tempo FC Sports Network. Try to do a good job for you guys. Get these girls a lot of great recognition. As the pressure from Nalugwa forces a mistake from the goalkeeper. Nalugwa has a chance at the second post. Had something working. That's Rojas on the ball now. She has Tatum. Tatum tries to play the ball inside quick to Filler. And Rhythm are able to get the ball out of the danger zone for now. Mira heads the ball out looking for Tuplin, though coming out with it so far is going to be Kawabuchi. And she'll play it in the middle. Being pushed off the ball, Tatum will get a foul. And it looks like be taking the free kick, number 23, Madison Long, or at least she's going to drop it back for one of her teammates. Long stands over the ball. We'll see if her kick lives up to her name. And the left-footed delivery is indeed a long ball at the second post. She had Tony, but Roca was able to head that out of danger for now. Again, after a long break, some fans may be rejoining us, and we may have some new fans joining into this live stream. Rhythm lead this game 2-0. And they will have a throw in here from Tony, I believe, and that's Tuplin playing the ball well out. There's 3 defenders back for Rhythm. Presley attempted to head that ball down. Again, another foul coming from Tatum, this time on number 11, Kawabuchi. I'm going to have to refrain from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle references right now. This Filler is the only person in front of the ball right now. Center ref blows her whistle, allowing play. Ball from Evans, headed down by Roca. Rhythm with the ball right now. Yamamura puts it out. Shot coming from number 12, I believe, Smoot. A little bit hard to see from out here. I'm in the press box, which typically is a great thing, but a bit of a hard vantage point, so I apologize if I get any numbers wrong. Now that's Mira playing the ball in the middle, looking for Filler, doesn't find her. Presley coming back to help retain the ball. Tuplin brings it down, looking outside for Pereiras. The ball with Font now. And Tuplin looking outside for Holzenbeck. Pass goes a bit stray. And the throw in coming from number 12. Put in the box for Kawabuchi. Played out by Rojas. Bringing it down will be Presley. Looking for Nalugwa. Nalugwa should be able to handle that, and she does. Defending on the sideline is Evans. Evans will play it out for a tempo throw-in. Norlalani down here helping ball boy. As we'll have 2 rhythm subs. Looks like maybe 3. We'll have Kawabuchi and Yamamura both coming off. Wait to see the 3rd sub. The last sub will be number 9, Evans. As soon as I get some numbers, I can let you all in on that. I do recognize one player in the middle, as I've worked at Cumberland University for the last 2 years. That was standout midfielder Brenna Swiger. We'll also have a defender coming in late. Holzenbeck with a long throw, looking for Roca. Unable to find her, though. Temple will get another throw in. Roca with strong pressure. On the ball now is Tatum. Tatum looking for Presley through. Presley tried to get her on the half turn, unable to corral that ball. Long with the ball in the middle. The sub, I believe, is number 10, Ariona Dunez. As a long shot attempt from Rojas is easily saved. Goalkeeper with a long throw, trying to play quick. A little bit too much spice on that ball. And the right back or right midfielder, Phillips, unable to bring it down. As Rojas will take the throw in for tempo. Playing it to Presley. Players getting tangled up. Presley looks like she could be in a bit of pain. I believe that was the sub, Swiger, committing the foul, number 24. The other sub, I believe, was a fellow Cumberland player, number 20, Grace Morris. The ball's flicked on. Nalugwa going to shield it until it goes out. Late attempt from Tony, unable to get the throw in for Rhythm. Ella Tuplin looks a little bit confused there, though. The throw in goes to Filler. Pressure on her back forces the ball high. And we'll have another trio of subs for Rhythm. So we are nearly 30 minutes into this first half. Coming off the field, be number 6, Tony, number 21, Phillips, and number 23, Long. I apologize again, I'm struggling a little bit to see these numbers. Though we'll have a throw-in when the game is resumed. Roca with some pressure, forcing the mistake from Swiger. Holzenbeck with the throw in the middle. Yet another Cumberland player on the field. Tuplin plays the ball forward to Rojas. Rojas has players forward. She was looking for Presley, though the left-footed pass taken in the middle. Well defended. Nalugwa corrals that ball in. Filler is driving. Filler outside to Rojas. Back in the middle to Tatum. Back to Rojas. Nati is driving. Step over through traffic initially, though. Again, played back out. Tatum's on the ball. Tuplin with a long shot. Dropped her head a little bit. I don't know if she was looking for the pass through or the shot. Nonetheless, it will be a goal kick for Rhythm. Ball forward, looking for one of the subs, number 18, Grayson Becker. Looks like there are no balls in the vicinity for the throw-in. Goalkeeping coach Kevin Fitzgerald unable to make that pass like I think he thought that he could have, sadly. though. The throw in finally coming from Holzenbeck. Played down. Going forward is Dunez. Tackle from Holzenbeck. Tempo able to bring the ball down for now, though nobody with real possession. Roca now charging forward. She has Filler to her left. She plays Filler. Filler has an option wide. Ball won back by Swiger. Swiger, again, a player I know very well, having spent a lot of her time at Cumberland. And if you watch her play, she is a very strong, very athletic girl. She'll win a lot of duels, go shoulder to shoulder, not afraid to go into any battle. With that being said, it'll be a Rhythm throw-in on the far sideline. As Rhythm playing in the kind of teal blue, attacking right to left in the first half. Done most of the attacking in this first half, has to be said. This game sits at 2-0. We'll have a sub coming for Tempo soon. Ball in the middle. That's Swiger looking to play outside. Mistimed her pass. Not the Rojas able to win it. Players surrounding her. Presley on the ball now. She plays the ball forward, trying to use her pace. Gets past her initial defender. Ball played all the way back by Long. Presley strong on the goalkeeper. Forces a mistake. Filler's the first one to it. Tempo need numbers forward. Filler takes a shot and saved by the Rhythm goalkeeper. Morris asks for the ball short. She is driving. The long ball through the middle, won by Mira. Now that's Tuplin and Swiger. Tuplin coming out the better. Rojas on the ball. Drops it in the middle to Tatum. Tatum has options wide. She'll drop it to right center back Holzenbeck. Holzenbeck has Nalugwa forward. She'll find her. Making a driving, bombarding run down that right side is Roca. Though Nalugwa unable to find Filler in the middle. That's Dunez playing it outside to Becker. Becker will drop it all the way back. A left-footed long ball coming from Phillips. Long, I believe that was. Now Tatum able to come out of that scrum with the ball. Amanda Perez dummies out the forward. Number 3, one of the subs I hadn't called out yet, Quinn Aram. Swiger will drop it back to one of her former teammates in Morris. Jessica Mira with a well-timed tackle. Roca with a line-breaking pass to Nalugwa. Nalugwa cutting inside. She'll find Roca. Lovely pass to the inside. Roca going to have to stand her player up, and she does. Has a chance to put a left-footed ball in, though well defended. And now breaking is Becker, though Tuplin going to come out with that and make the tackle, though will stop a sure fast break and give Tempo a chance to make a substitution. If the referee will allow it, it looks like she will. Seems like it'll be number 8, Laura Roca, coming off, making way for, I believe that's number 4, Reagan Dempsey. As Tempo are keeping all of their players warm down on that far sideline. As Dempsey will charge all the way to defend the throw-in. Finds Aram initially. Tuplin plays it forward, finds Filler. Filler now to Tatum. Tatum inside to Presley. Now outside to Rojas. Rojas one-on-one. Step over. She's dribbling, having fun on the ball. She has a chance to put the ball in the box. Well defended again. I believe that was Morris with the last touch, and it'll go out for a Tempo corner. Pereira's taking the corner duties early on in the first half, and it looks like she will again take this left-footed corner from the left side. Working an out-swinging corner. Now Lugwa is the furthest player back. She's joined by Mira, Tatum, while Dempsey, Rojas, Presley, and Filler are all on the edge of the box. Filler making her run. The ball near the PK spot. Initially won by Mira. Now Lugwa now with the chance. Plays it off the foot of the center back. And it'll be another Tempo corner. Looks like Dom will prefer for his players to take out-swinging corners, as that'll now be Nalugwa. The Ugandan's delivery at the second post. Mira has a chance off the chest of Tatum. Tatum again, though, corralled by the Rhythm goalkeeper. Just about 10 minutes left to play in this first half. Rhythm lead 2-0. As Becker had a chance to drive down this sideline, looked to add in a third for Rhythm. Tempo going to have to respond. He's making a sub. Rojas exiting the game. Looks like that'll be Sydney Barrow coming in for Tennessee Tempo. One of our goal scorers this past weekend against FC Birmingham. The throw in from Hosenbeck will go in the middle to Mira. Hosenbeck with a bad touch, able to win the ball back. Pressure coming from Becker. Plays it inside, skip pass, goes past Tupland in the middle to Pereira. Pereira driving back, smartly avoids the pressure. The press is a bit disjointed right now from Rhythm, but they are playing how they want as Swiger's able to win that ball in the middle. She has a player on the outside. Prefers to cut it in. Looks for Aram. Dunez on the ball now. That's Becker. Becker with the long shot or pass attempt to one. Not able to find anybody or the back of the net. So Rock Font will have a chance for a goal kick here. Two options short. Pereira's on her left side and Mira on her right side. She'll play it to Pereira's. True left-footed player in that position is great to have. Tuplin's a short option. She'll try and skip it forward to Tatum. Tuplin going to have to win that ball, put it in the middle. Winning it is Filler. The great through ball. She has two different tempo players to find. Referee says play on. There'll be a tempo throw in on this near sideline as this has been a physical matchup to say the least. Hosenbeck on the ball right now. Long throw flicked on by Becker. Now Lugua to the second ball. Filler brings it down to Dempsey. Dempsey plays a long switch, a good ball to Sydney Barrow, who will chest that down, and she'll drive, put that ball in. She's looking for Filler. Unable to find the Hendersonville native. And again, Rhythm able to slow things down and stop what looks like a little bit of tempo rhythm. A little play on words right there. A little bit of rhythm coming from the team in red. Pereira flicks that ball up, plays it into the middle. Barrow has a chance to bring it down. All kinds of players in the area. Nobody with possession yet. And finally, Rhythm come out with that ball. Dunez in the middle. She'll turn, get past Tatum initially. Try to play a long switch to Becker. Becker looked like she was driving more towards the middle while Dunez pass looked to be on the outside. There'll be yet again another tempo sub. Looks like Taylor Hopkins coming in for Lily Filler. Perhaps a few tired legs at this point of the game. As we approach the end of this first half. The throw from Hosenbeck. Looking for Dempsey, headed on. That's Nalugwa. She'll bring it down. Able to get forward. She has players on all sides of her. Drops it back, finds Dempsey. Dempsey will play Hopkins going forward. Hopkins right back to Nalugwa. She'll cut on the inside and slip, though continues to hold the ball. That's Tuplin with pressure from Dunez. Tuplin will drop it back to Mira. Mira will play it forward. Won by Tatum. Hopkins with pressure. Becker unable to get that touch down. Now Tuplin, strong pressure on the ball, able to win that. Though Hopkins' pass misplaced right now. Nobody with seems like they want real possession of the ball. Tuplin outside to Nalugwa. Nalugwa with a long switch in the middle. Looking for Tatum, though won by Swiger. Mira able to stop that counterattack before it ever started. As now Barrow will be on that ball. Drop it back to Tatum. Tatum one-on-one, drops it to Pereiras. Pereiras has options in the middle, prefers to go long. Attempting to flick the ball forward, Russ Presley. Dempsey finally able to slow things down, drop it all the way back to Mira. Pressure coming from Becker. Rock Font has to play that out quickly, and she does, just over the head of Tuplin. Won by Swiger, put into the middle for Dunez. Looks like Tuplin could have stepped on Dunez's foot. Nonetheless, it'll be a set piece chance here for Rhythm as we're in the final 5 minutes of regular time in this first half. Rhythm have themselves a dangerous chance on the ball. Dunez, the player who was fouled, looks like she'll stay in to take the free kick. She puts a ball in the box, won by Mira. Excellent ball in the air. Dunez trying to make up for her delivery. Ball going to be kept in by Tuplin, played back to Holzenbeck. Holzenbeck playing it forward. Referee going to pull out an instant yellow card for Dunez. Perhaps some frustration coming right there after the free kick maybe not exactly being what she would have wanted it to. Went in with a bit of a reckless challenge on Holzenbeck. And the forward midfielder will be given a yellow card. First of the game. Coming forward, number 10, Ariana Dunez. Holzenbeck seems to be fine. She will play the dead ball. 2 options in the area. Presley dropping deep. That's Remy Clark. Excuse me, I didn't see the sub. Remy had another Cumberland player. Battling with Swiger. Swiger strong on the ball, able to play that forward to Becker. And won back by Mira. Apologize for a little bit of feedback as that ball is played well into the air. Clark will have a chance to bring it down. Great flicked on header from Aram. Having to defend it quickly is Pereiras. And it'll be a throw in for Tempo. Taking the throw in is Barrow with a long throw headed into play, by Rhythm, and driving down that right wing. Had a chance, I believe it was Evans. Tempo have yet another throw in. Rhythm going to do their best to box the girls in red down on this end. Presley going to have a chance to get out of it with the ball. Tempo again staying in that back corner, though able to maintain possession for the moment. In the middle, Mira plays the ball high. Holzenbeck will have a chance to bring it down. Holzenbeck in the middle to Mira again. Her clearance goes short. Dempsey going to have to defend. Ball into the middle. Flicked on. Header goes wide. Rhythm again on the ball. Have a chance to put it into the box. Gets past Dempsey. Takes a left-footed shot or pass one. Though the dangerous ball will go out of play. We should now be into stoppage time as Tempo looking for a goal, trying to cut this deficit in half. But Rhythm continuing to play well. Tempo have had their moments, but has to be said that Rhythm have been on the front foot as this ball is on sides to Aram. She'll have a chance to slow things down. Plenty of defenders back. Taking a shot. Goes into the side net. I think Aram may have been better suited to play that ball in the middle as she had several teammates charging, including number 5, Graceland Williams. But with that being said, the first half will come to a close as your Tennessee Tempo FC find themselves down 2-0 in the first 22 minutes of the game. Before the lightning delay, Rhythm really had things clicking, putting goals in the back of the net. One coming from number 22, Jaden Belter, and the other coming from number 14, Naho Yamamura. We thank you again, fans, for listening to the Tennessee Tempo FC Sports Network. Join us in about 15 minutes, please, as we will have our second half of action between second and third in the table, Nashville Rhythm versus Tennessee Tempo. And welcome back, fans, to the Tennessee Tempo FC Sports Network as I rejoin you just about 1 minute into the second half. If you missed any of the first half, Rhythm went ahead 2-0 in the first 20 minutes, giving themselves the lead that they needed that they would take into the half, as this was 2-0 going into the break. We come out now as it looks like only a couple changes for both teams from their starting 11. It looks like Sarah Grace Tatum will be staying in for Tempo after she played well to come out of that lightning break, as that's Hopkins now playing a ball forward to Tatum. Roca's on the ball. Roca takes a shot, and it's well saved by number 1, Mallory Thomas. That'll actually be a change in goal from, I believe, number 28. Yeah, number 28, Kendall Curran, started in goal for Rhythm, so that's one change. Though for Tempo, I believe they start the second half the way they ended the first half, as that's number 21, Maggie Phillips, playing the ball all the way back to Tony. Tony trying to play a ball ahead. Doesn't find anybody. Trying to put a ball through the middle. A lovely pass from Yamamura. Becker made a hard challenge for the ball, though. Rock Font, very steady-headed. Great with her feet, great with her eyes. Even better with her hands. Able to corral that ball in. Play a long pass to the midfield, though. Rhythm will come out with it, as that's Phillips on the ball again. One initially by Roca, though, corralled back by Tony. And one right back by Roca. The two of them having a battle along the sideline, shoulder to shoulder right now. Roca brought to the floor by Tony. The Brazilian taking her player on down the sideline, being brought to the floor. Tony with her second foul of the game, I believe. Only one yellow card in the first half coming for Rhythm from number 10, that being Dunez. And now that'll be Perez with a left-footed delivery on the free kick. The ball at the PK spot has a chance as Presley. One back by Roca. Perez on the ball again, right back to Roca, her teammate Lindsey Wilson. Backhills the ball. She stood up with Phillips. Plays the ball in the middle. One-time pass from Tatum goes a little bit stray, and a left-footed shot attempt from Tuplin is just wide. Looks like they will say it took a deflection, so it'll be a Tennessee Tempo corner. If you didn't hear it in the first half, major credit to Ella Tuplin for winning South Region Offensive Player of the Week for her performance this past weekend. Right now could use a goal from her or just about anybody else on this team right now, as Tempo find themselves down 2-0. Another outswinging delivery coming from Nalugwa, with Tempo attacking right to left in this first half. Center ref checking on the sideline will allow play to go now. The delivery from the Ugandan towards the PK spot, flicked on. Looks like it's going to be Becker, the first one to the ball. She can bring it down or play it forward. She plays it ahead. Unable to find any of her teammates. Perez, the nearest Tempo player in the area. The referee will say that the ball is out further back, and our linesman says no, it's further forward, so that'll be Rojas now taking that throw in. Looking for Tatum, headed on by Swiger, though. Number 17, one of the subs, Faith Adji, on the ball now. Has the ball nearly taken off her by Tuplin, though she's able to flick it on at the last minute before Tony and Roca yet again get tied up on this near sideline. Tony with a throw into Swiger. She's driving, left-footed ball over the top, won by Holzenbeck. Tatum brought to the floor by number 13, Shields. Shields now plays a good ball down the wing, though doing the defensive work is Nalugwa. She has plenty of players going forward. She'll flick it on to Tatum. Tatum great on the ball, able to bring that ball back. Play a left-footed ball all the way through to Rojas. A lovely pass from the left-footed Georgian. In the middle now is Rojas. She's driving. She has players on every side. Takes a shot. Oh, and it is just wide of the post as the Costa Rican took the ball from coast to coast and just missed the post. I don't mean to rhyme, but I would have loved to have seen her score a goal. Now the short goal kick played out to the left center back. She'll play a long ball. Winning it initially is Rhythm, trying to play a through ball long, looking for Phillips on this near sideline, though Font able to bring that ball in. Font may not play very high up the field, though for a goalkeeper, she is excellent with her feet, not afraid to come out of her goal when she needs to. Now Pereira to her teammate, again at Lindsey Wilson College. One of our 3 players from Lindsey Wilson on this team, as Tuplin able to win that ball from Phillips. Now Aggie brings that ball in, left-footed pass. Honestly, a good delivery, but well snuffed out by Rock Font again. Mira able to shield Aggie off the ball. The long punt coming from Rock Font has to be headed out. Not out yet, now it will be for a throw-in for Nati Rojas. Brings the ball down for Roca. Roca with players on all sides of her. Number 23, Long, just going to have to play that ball like her name. Becker with a through ball forward. I think the Aggie would have been offsides, and the referee blows his whistle. Excuse me. I thought that she raised her hand as if she was going to blow her whistle, and then pulled it right back as the long pass came from Font, looking to hit on the counter, though. Again, it would be another goal kick coming for Mallory Thomas, getting her first bit of action in this game. Already made 1 save so far. Tempo came out of the break, I should say came out of the lightning delay, looking much better than they did in the first 20 minutes of the half. And now trying to carry some of that momentum into this second half, as this game previously was played to a 2-2 draw at home for Nashville Rhythm, as now that's Filler absorbing the pressure and able to turn on the ball, play it to Nalugwa. Now Tuplin forward to Tatum. Tatum has a bit of time and space, flicks it forward, has Hopkins. Hopkins unable to put enough pressure on the goalkeeper. And Thomas will lay on the floor for a moment. Let a little bit of time come off the clock, as although Rhythm lead this game 2-0, as I said before, this game was played to a draw, so I would not be surprised if there's a bit of time wasting in this second half. As Hosenbeck looks as though she could have made a last contact on the ball, though the referee says it'll come off Aggie. Now Hosenbeck will have a chance for the throw-in. She has Tuplin in front of her, Mira behind her, and Amanda Pereira in the middle, who she will elect to play it to. Pereira with the left-footed ball looking outside for Rojas. Rojas one-on-one, plays the ball in the middle to Tatum. Tatum with an excellent turn on the ball, and Tuplin able to break the lines with a pass. Now Filler on the ball. Filler's driving, player on her shoulder. Tries to play it in the box, able to win a corner. Filler joined Tempo just a few weeks ago, though she's made an instant impact. The Chattanooga commit, just a junior in high school going into her senior year. An excellent player on the ball and someone that we very much enjoy having, as finally you'll see the first in-swinging corner of this first half, as Amanda Pereira will take the left-footed corner on that right side. Several options short. You have Hopkins at the near post, as well as Tuplin. Tatum at the second post near the PK spot. The delivery will be near that PK spot. Mira with the first touch. Rojas getting tied up with the ball. Hosenbeck going to have to try and hold up play to stop the break. Rhythm are on the counter, but Font, as I said before, plenty comfortable using her feet. Able to clear that ball out of danger for now, as Swiger brings that ball down initially. Pressure coming now from Swiger, though Tuplin able to play it all the way back to Font. Font getting a lot of work in this second half, though thankfully not have to make any saves, or not many saves at that. Now Lugwa trying to keep that ball in play, though it'll be a throw in for Rhythm, and they'll play it quick. Pressure on their back from Hosenbeck. Now won by Tuplin, played forward, looking for Filler. Doesn't find her, though now brought down by Tatum. An excellent touch on what was a clearance of a pass. Now Pereira's driving forward, just one player in front of her. Tries to find Hopkins in the middle. Hopkins finding herself in the right space a lot of the time. She'll have a chance to be here on the end of the ball from Nalugwa, though again well defended, and Swiger able to clear that ball out. That's Hosenbeck with the pressure, supporting her as Tuplin, and Mira doing her job well, able to hold that line high and keep Aggie off sides. Now I believe we had 3 offsides called for Rhythm already in this second half, as we are just over 10 minutes in. Now Mira on top of the ball. She'll play it long, looking for Nalugwa. Nalugwa flicks it on initially, now won by Filler. Filler drops it to Tuplin. Tuplin outside to Pereiras. The Brazilian has time and space. She'll play a ball into the box. Now Lugua had a chance. With the turf being just a little bit wet, if you don't know, that can really slow the ball down or speed the ball up. And in the case on this field right now, it's really letting that ball just skip and slide across the turf quickly. So a lot of these through ball attempts coming from either side, I think, are going to be met with a lot of pace, I should say. As now Thomas will have a chance for the goal kick. It'll be well shy of midfield. Played on first by Roca. Now played forward by Rhythm. Looks like Tatum will have a chance to bring it down. She does. She's driving. Cuts it back. Pass intended for Tuplin. Can't find her. Adji is able to win that ball. Swiger again doing a lot of work in that midfield. Wins the ball, though Tatum is able to get a fast break out of this. Now Filler on the ball. Plays it back. Looking for Tatum yet again with a left-footed delivery into the box. Hopkins unable to bring that touch down, but a delightful pass coming from Tatum, as now Adji is battling with Mira. Mira gets sandwiched in between two players, and Becker gave a bit of a forearm to Mira, and looks like she will be given a card for that. A little bit of a dangerous play. Don't want to see any of our players on either side, I should say, get banged up, but that could have went much worse than it did, thankfully for Mira, as the second yellow card of the game is given to Becker, as both yellows have been given to Rhythm. So we just eclipsed the 60th minute of this game. Holzenbeck will have a chance to put the ball in the box. A big ball. Looked like it had a chance to be put on the frame, though it's going to go just high and hit the American goalpost. As if you can't tell from the video, this is an American football field. Thomas stood over top the ball, plays it short. Yet another long ball. Pressure from Tempo looks to be causing a little bit of headache for Rhythm, as they've had much more loss of possession than gain of possession, as Roca tries to take a bit of an audacious attempt. It'll be a goal kick again for Thomas. Tempo, though, I don't mean to have too many play on words. Tempo finally beginning to get a little bit of rhythm in this second half, keeping the ball in the middle and attacking thirds, attempting to just get one goal, at least start this comeback. The long ball in the middle. Swiger heads it straight up. Roca tries to bring it down, though Rhythm will come out with that ball. On this near sideline is Tony. Pressure from Roca is forcing Tony to make a decision she didn't want to make. And Pereiras thought she had a chance to bring that down. Unable to, though, as now that's Aji trying to play the ball forward to Swiger. Swiger, as I said, she's a player that's all over the field, and she's able to put a ball into the middle. A long shot attempt coming from number 21, Phillips. Easily saved by Rock Font. First real bit of offense in quite some time for Rhythm. A good counterattack, though, was quelled by Jessica Mira, who was able to hold up Aji just long enough so that Tatum, Tuplin, and Nalugwa could support at that second post. Rhythm yet again, though, breaking. Line-splitting pass, a lovely pass. Jessica Mira in a foot race, and an amazing tackle coming from Jessica Mira, having to do everything she could to stop that counterattack. And it just might cost her a cramp or some kind of sprain. Never like to speculate, but you have to say the Brazilian put everything she had into making that stop. And what a stop it was. Mira already been dealing with a little bit of nagging injuries in this season. Tries to stand up on her own accord, though. Has to pause for a moment, sit down. It'll be an immediate sub as Celia Najera will come into this game. Looks to relieve Mira of her duties. The Brazilian looks to be in a lot of pain right now. You know, I'd never like to speculate. Hope that she's okay, being helped off the field now by Pereiras and our athletic trainer. Head coach Giffen Dom having to pick Mira up and bring her off the field, a sight that you never want to see. All the credit in the world to the Brazilian for making that last-ditch effort. But as I said, it might have costed her the rest of her night. So it'll be a goal kick now, drop short to Nahera. Nahera will play it in the middle. Swagger is the first one to it. Agi on the ball now. Loves a back heel, does Agi. Already has had several attempts now as Nahera turns the ball over in an inopportune spot, though easily saved yet again by Font. The Spaniards' long attempt finds Tony. Tony heads it forward. Rojas with the touch, now finally brought down by Pereiras. Rojas on the ball now. She has Roca in the middle. Roca looking for Presley, who I didn't realize had subbed into the game, though I assume she took the place of Taylor Hopkins. No, Taylor's still in. I'll have to see who the sub was that came out. So now that's Nahera, cool, calm, and collected on the ball. Drops all the way back to Font. The two Spaniards back there now. Laya Rock Font, though she is Spanish, made sure to let me know that she speaks Catalan, not Spanish, a different dialect, as right now Rhythm is speaking the language of goals as they had a great chance at the second post, though won by Nahera again. And Rhythm continuing to put pressure on this Rhythm goal coming out of that injury substitution. It's been all Nashville Rhythm. A lot of blue, a sea of blue, you could say, in the defensive third of tempo. And Laya and her teammates going to need to keep their heads calm and weather a little bit of a storm, as the punt will go well long. Pressure now coming from Presley. In the middle, Filler will have a chance to win it, though driving is Swigger. Tuplin brought to the floor. And the delivery into the box. Deflected out for a corner for Rhythm. Oh, excuse me. Initially, I apologize for our center ref. I continue to call her he because I have a lino on the other side that I know well, who often is center ref in these games. Though it's a goal kick for Tempo. Tempo slowing things down a little bit. Tuplin plays the ball forward to Hopkins. Filler with a lovely ball over the top, looking for Rojas, though Rojas playing as a left back, being slightly more defensive, not able to take advantage of a lovely switch pass. And the goal kick from Thomas. Not much on that. Phillips able to flick it on initially. Pereiras puts the ball back into the mix. We have Hopkins, Tatum, Presley. Now Presley. Presley tries to take a quick turn and shoot. Hopkins with 3 points for Tempo, as that ball will go between the uprights. And again, Thomas will have a chance to get that ball out, as we will have a substitution. Looks like that could be Reagan Dempsey again subbing in. It is indeed number 4, Reagan Dempsey, the King University graduate. Left-footed goal kick, again, not making it really near midfield, as Tuplin's able to win that ball, plays it to Filler. Tuplin again on that. Out to Pereiras. Pereiras with a one-time pass. Rojas is on an island, though being pressured now. Drops it back to Pereiras. Tuplin asking for the ball in the middle. Pereiras to Roca. Roca finds Tuplin. Tuplin to her teammate Nahera. Now Pereiras down the sideline finds Rojas. Rojas is very dangerous on that sideline, and proving my point, she's fouled. Brought to the floor by number 21, Phillips. Maggie Phillips has a handful to deal with over on that sideline, as that's Tuplin now. Tuplin trying to play a ball into the box, looking for Presley, doesn't find her. Rhythm have a chance to counter. Phillips on the ball now, pressured by Tatum, cutting inside. Roca brought to the floor, though referee says play on. Tempo able to win that ball. Dempsey charging after it. Rhythm comes out with it. Tony with the ball, plays it in the middle. Finds Shields. Shields gets out of pressure for now. Plays another long ball, looking for Aggie. Doesn't have her, though Swiger's able to win that. Aggie on the ball yet again. Aggie is past Naheda. She'll have a chance for a shot, and she puts it well wide. Got her foot around that ball a little too much, I think. Needed to hit a little bit more through the ball. She got on the side of it, sent it well wide. Nearly would have been a throw-in if it had about 5 more yards to roll. As Font will play the ball in the middle to Tuplin. Tuplin looks for Fuller. Fuller initially with a big touch. Plays the ball back and wins it back. Now Tuplin charging. Tatum now to Roca. Things getting a little bit sloppy in this last 5 minutes. Just now Naheda and Pereira drop back to give Font an option. Tony outside finds Phillips. Lovely 1-2 passes, though. Pereira wins it for Tempo for the time being. Tony again. Now Tuplin. Now Tony again. Now Tuplin. Now Tuplin. Tuplin outside to Filler. Neither team with a lot of big spells on the ball. Just counterattack, counterattack, counterattack. As there will now be a throw-in. Kai Presley, the closest player to it. We'll have a sub. Ashiatna Lugwa coming in for Lily Filler. Now having all 3 Lindsey Wilson College players on the field. Ashiatna Lugwa partnered by Amanda Pereira and Laura Roca. Pereira playing as this left back, left center back. Now Lugwa playing in the midfield, puts a ball in the box, looking for a teammate Roca. As they nearly just connected the dots for me, all I needed was a goal. Though Naluga will take this throw in. She has Dempsey closest to her right now. No real options. Coming high will be Holzenbeck, though she'll play it to Dempsey. Naluga back to Holzenbeck. She can put the ball in the box. She does. She has Presley. Presley has a chance, colliding with the goalkeeper, and the shot. And that is in the back of the net, though. There is a foul called. As you have to take a bit of a sigh and a deep breath. If you are a Tempo fan, it looks like it could have been the breakthrough that was needed. As it looked like making the contact was Thomas, the goalkeeper, with Presley. Though the referee decided to call it back when the ball went in the back of the net. The shot coming from Roca. And now Tempo will have to try and add 2 goals in yet again to try and at least salvage a point from this game. As that's Holzenbeck playing the ball in the middle to Naheda. Naheda right back to Sammy. Ball ping-ponging in the air a little bit. Heading it forward. I thought she'd bring it down. It's Swiger. Now Becker. And Naheda. She can drive. She does. Dempsey with a lovely pass looking at Roca. Roca to the outside to Rojas. And as I said, this turf playing very fast. Balls that might otherwise have a chance of being slowed down a little bit on the dry turf or just skipping and sliding quicker than really either team can compete with. Throw in played forward. Tuplin now. Tuplin to Nalugwa. Nalugwa, lovely turn on the ball. Roca's touch is big. Finds Presley. Presley with an excellent pass, and it's just too far for Rojas. As Nathi is able to corral that ball in. The Costa Rican product out of Bethel University puts the ball into the box, looking for Tatum to the outside. Now Aji winning the ball, turning off of Ella's shoulder. And an excellent pass from Aji. Now Becker with a chance. Holzenbeck has stood her up. The shot saved initially, and it is saved by Laya Rock Font. I had to take a moment before I got ahead of myself and say that it was a lovely save, but what a save it was, as Sammy Holzenbeck got back to defend. And Tony steps on the ball, initially falls down, though recovers herself quickly and gets up, as now Phillips is driving down the wing, holds that play, puts it into the middle, driving his Shields, won initially by Tuplin. Now Tony going to put another ball forward, looking for Aji. Agi looks like she could be running on tired legs right now. Perez with the ball in the middle to Najera. Now Tuplin breaks through the initial defense. Roca trying to combine play with Rojas. And now Swiger will have a chance. And her chance will go wide. Some lovely passes coming along the way for Rhythm in this second half. Again, I'm a bit of a homer for Tennessee Tempo, as this is being broadcast on the Tennessee Tempo FC Sports Network, but when there's great play, it has to be said, and Rhythm right now taking full advantage, keeping a high line, and causing real problems for these girls in red. Taking the corner will be one of Rhythm's Japanese players. That's number 14, Naho Yamamura. Her compatriot, Aoi Kawabuchi, I don't believe is on the field, though she could be one of the subs, as there will be 3 coming for Rhythm. Though first the delivery into the box. Played out, now long. Now Lugwa going to try and stop play. Brings Tony to the floor, and the referee saw what I saw. Now Lugwa perhaps a little bit of frustration there. Pulls the kit of number 12. Brings her to the floor and gives a foul. Thankfully not too opportune of a spot, though Tempo cannot afford to give up any kind of dangerous balls. So we'll have 4 subs coming in for Rhythm. Nashville obviously trying to keep fresh legs on the field and hold this 2-0 lead, as there's only just about 15 minutes of regular time left to play. Tempo need to get a goal and get a goal quickly. Delivery coming now from Long at the second post. Won by Najera, though now on the ball. The initial shot coming from Yamamura. Ball goes well wide. Najera on the ball, plays it long into the middle. Swiger is the first one to her. Now Nalugwa brings it down to Tuplin. Tuplin back to Nalugwa. And again, winning it is Swiger. If there's one thing I can say about Brenna Swiger in my time watching her, she has legs and she's not afraid to use them. She will run and run and run. And in this second half, her stamina and defending has really been clutch, I should say, for Rhythm, as now Dempsey will have a chance to counter, though she tries to stop play. And again, it is Swiger winning that ball. So Rhythm has a chance to drive the ball down this sideline, and an excellent slide tackle from Sammy Holzenbeck. There's had to have been some last-ditch defending in this second half for Tempo. A strong 15-20 minutes, I should say, where the girls in red really looked like they could be on the front foot. But since Jessica Mira went down, it's really been all Rhythm. As a throw-in coming from that corner flag. Looking for Swiger. They have her. She drops it to Tony. Tony going to retreat back for Shields. Shields outside. Plays the ball forward now. Defending the ball is Pereras. Now Rojas. Rojas playing through contact. And 2 more subs, as I've been giving her too much credit. Brenda Swiger will come off the field, as well as number 14, Yamamura. And it looks like her compatriot, Aoi Kawabuchi, will be coming into the game, as well as maybe Dunez. The throw in from the Costa Rican. And another chance for her. Now Dempsey on the ball. Pressure coming from Kawabuchi. Tuplin plays the ball forward, looking for Dempsey. Dempsey unable to get on the end of that pass. Kawabuchi getting herself well involved in the game so far. Now Nalugwa getting tied up on that far sideline. Playing it forward quickly is Tatum. Now strong pressure and a near chance for Kai Presley, though referee says that it will be a free kick, as I think Mallory Thomas was flustered and was all but, I shouldn't say lucky, but all but lucky to get the ball out at the last minute, as I think if Presley would have won that ball, there wouldn't have been a foul given, as it was outside the box. Not a ton of contact, but goalkeepers, as they should be, a little more protected, as now that's Calbucci on the ball. Rojas able to bring it in. Pressure coming from Shields, as Rojas will push Shields to the floor. I thought she'd come off the field. I may have gotten her mixed up with somebody. Referee asking for more space from Laura Roca. The delivery from Grace Morris must have been one of the subs I missed out on. Tuplin wins it for now. Bodies all around the ball. Shields with an attempt to deliver it in there, though Dempsey will win it for now, and Roca gets one touch on the ball before yet again Rhythm try and drive. Now Tuplin going to have to do her best just to clear that ball out of play and let Tempo gather themselves, as the last 10 or 15 minutes has been all Rhythm. The second team in the table has really had things clicking in this second half, especially in the latter half of the half. As now Tuplin trying to win that ball on that far sideline. Ball into the box, Nahera playing it forward. Dempsey with a touch. The long switch coming from Phillips, I believe. Finds nobody on the end of it. Rock Font with a goal kick now. Just about to the final 10 minutes of play. Some people would say that a 2-0 lead is the most dangerous lead in the sport. I'd love for that to be true. If Tempo were able to put one in the back of the net, Rhythm would have to do their best to keep their heads calm and not allow any more attack from these girls in red. Now driving is Tatum. Gets past one sliding tackle. She's continuing to put pressure. Cuts in onto her preferred left foot. Tries to play a ball through to Nalugwa. She's still on the ball. She takes a shot, and it's saved by Mallory Thomas. If she has a highlight reel, that would have made it if she could have just done a little bit more with the ball. Dribbling with pace through several players. The number 10 coming out of Georgia, played club soccer at the University of Georgia, UGA. And obviously learned a thing or two playing in the Peach State. Yet again, Tatum able to win that ball. Now Rojas flicks it on for Dempsey. Dempsey has time and space in front of her. Takes a left-footed shot, and it's off the post. Headed out now. Morris is the first one to it. Morris plays it out as Tempo yet again with another excellent chance. You hate to play a game of ifs and buts, but if Tempo could have put that initial goal in from Laura Roca, this could have been a real chance to tie this game up, as making a substitution will be Tempo, as number 22, Remy Clark, comes in for Celia Nahera. Celia came in, played some great minutes in the place of Jessica Mira after starting and playing all but the full 45 minutes in the first half. As Rhythm's goal kick will be played out of bounds for a throw-in for Tempo. Nobody else warming up for either team, so this could be the last few substitutions you see. Remy plays that ball forward, looking for Presley. Presley standing up, the player in front of her. Ball makes it all the way down to the Tempo bench. Throw in coming from Clark. Typically have to justify, or at least clarify, I should say, which Clark is on the field, as we typically have a Grace Clark and a Remy Clark, though tonight just joined by Remy. as the throw-in. Looking for Kawabuchi. Unable to find it. Gets tangled up with Sammy Holzenbeck. Long ball looking for Nalugwa from Pereiras. Doesn't find her. And again, that's Kawabuchi getting tangled up with Tuplin. Tuplin plays it off the legs of the Japanese midfielder. And Tempo really scrambling for a late-minute goal. At worst, you'd like to save a little bit of goal differential should Rhythm drop any points. There's still a chance for anyone to win the league, though I think it would be fair and safe to assume that Alliance should come out victors, as they played 4 games and gotten all 12 points from those games, currently lead the league, as that's Rojas defending some strong attacking from number 5, Williams. And now that should be Dunez taking that throw in. And dropped it initially, played it back, said she didn't want that ball. Referee again going to have to be mindful of time wasting. Dunez on the ball now. Kawabuchi tackled by Tuplin. I've been working the MLS Next Cup here in Murfreesboro all week long since Saturday, and I have to say that there's no lack of knowledge of time wasting, as at all ages of the game, when a team knows they have a lead and they don't want to give it up and it's late in the game, people know how to keep it. As Laura Roca tries to keep control of that ball, unable to though, as now Font brings that ball in, has option short, going to push her teammates long. If there's anyone you want taking a punt, there's not many better than the Spaniard, as her ball goes nearly 60 yards in the air, headed on by Presley. Williams going to have to come out quickly for it. Presley, again, one of the goal scorers this past weekend. Sure, she would have loved to have added one more in tonight. Though, sadly, for any and all Tempo fans, things don't look to be going the way of the home side tonight, as these girls are going to have to score quick and fast. Turning on the ball now, that's Tony being pressured by Clark. Clark with a rough challenge. Think she could be booked. She is indeed booked. First yellow card of the game for Tempo. We'll have a throw in on the sideline just in front of where our refs tent normally would be. 2 more subs coming into the game. Looks like Sydney Barrow coming in place of Laura Roca. And maybe Annie Romeo, or Romeo Romeo. I apologize, Annie. I'm not certain how you pronounce your last name. Though it looks like she'll go play left midfield, as the free kick put into the box. Williams had a chance on that ball, thankfully deflected off the play clock from the American football field, so Tempo will have a chance to play it quickly, as the ball is actually called off sides. I didn't realize. The linesman is just out of view of me. Excuse me, Font had to retreat and go back, as the official, or the linesman, said that it was a goal kick, not an offsides. Ball headed out of bounds by Williams. Now Lugwa, the closest one to the ball right now. She has Romeo closest to her. She'll play it to Presley. Williams and Presley getting tied up. Dempsey with the ball, playing it outside, looking for Barrow. Barrow has some pace on her. Plays the ball down the wing, looking for Tatum. Tatum had an excellent game, doing everything except getting a goal or an assist. Really impressing me with her dribbling ability, getting out of pressure a lot of the times whenever it looked like Tempo could be in a real bad spot. Though the first 20 minutes looks like it could come back to really bite the girls in red. This home side has Rhythm put in a goal in the first 10 minutes and then one just about in the 13th or 14th minute. And since then, Tempo have had to chase the game. I would like to think that this has been a pretty even game, pretty fairly matched up. Though in the closing moments, it has been a lot of blue in the Reds' half. Ball headed on by Clark. Hosenbeck with it. Tries to play a ball short to Font. Font's going to have to play it long. Brought down by Dunez. Clark with the ball forward to Tatum. Tatum cuts it back. Left-footed pass finds Nalugwa. Nalugwa tries to backheel it, I think, looking for Romeo. And there she is on the ball now. Annie driving. Presley flicks the ball on for Nalugwa. Referee going to allow play. And it will be a goal kick. It's never fun to call a game in which your home team is losing, but all credit to both sides. Has been an entertaining game. It's coming out of the lightning delay. Tempo looked like they had a real edge to them, but in moments whenever things could have went the way of TNT, they didn't. As now Williams will fall on the ball, take her time now. The left-footed delivery, sky high, just past midfield. Dempsey with pressure headed on to Williams. Williams with players in the middle. Her pass will go short. That's now Font. Font going to have to play quickly if Tempo have any chance of some late magic. Barrow has a chance. Going shoulder to shoulder. Dunez now on the ball. Plays it in the middle to Shields. Shields trying to break the line, looking for Aram. Now that's Barrow. Trying to find Tatum. Though Rhythm really playing some inspired soccer right now. Driving as now that's Williams in the middle. Have to be careful not to let her through. And Romeo does her job. Able to hold play up, though. The referee paused just for a moment. Looked as though she was considering giving a foul. But it would be Clark with a throw-in. Now Tatum, a lot of time and space. Now Lugwa out wide. She has Presley on her right side. She'll cut inside. Look for Presley, though. Mistimed. I think she realized a little too late that Kai was making a run for the inside to clear the way for her as she had some space to drive, but again, in a night in which things haven't necessarily went the way of Tempo, things continue in that direction. As Dunez gets a touch on the ball, I saw a forearm in the middle. It looks like center ref saw what I did. Now Tuplin going to play the ball quickly. Plays the ball to Tatum. Referee going to say, hold up play as Olivia Schmidt checks into the game. I'd love to give credit to O, as we call her here at Tempo, Olivia, the athletic trainer for the men's team for nearly all of our home games. Long ball from Hosenbeck, doesn't find anybody. But as I was saying, a lot of credit to Olivia Schmidt, excellent person. She's really committed herself to trying to become a better player and has given herself a real right to be on this team. As the Cumberland graduate makes yet another, not former Cumberland player, but former Cumberland student on the field. As now that's Williams with a long ball, or Thomas, excuse me, with a long ball. Tatum looking to play forward, has Schmidt wide and high. Romeo battling for that, shielded out. As now we are into stoppage time. I'm just waiting for the whistle. Romeo with a long throw in. She has Tatum. Tatum with a chance to salvage something from this. She can take a shot. She puts a ball in the box looking for Presley. Doesn't have her. Clark puts the ball in. And saved by Thomas. And that will be the whistles from the center ref. The news coming from Murfreesboro. Better for blue than it is red. As Nashville Rhythm come to Oakland High School and take 3 points from Tennessee Tempo after a draw early in the year. And in less 865 Alliance were playing tonight, then I believe this will give Rhythm sole possession of first in the table, though they do have games in hand. Excuse me, though they do have 2 more games in hand than Alliance do. They'll come out of this game with a 2-0 victory, adding in 2 goals in the first 20 minutes of this game. And sadly, after the lightning delay, Tennessee Tempo FC were unable to claw anything back from this game, as Jaden Belter scores her 5th goal in 3 games. And I believe it was Yamamura scoring on an assist from her teammate Kawabuchi, adding in that 2nd goal. And as I said, the news is better for blue than it is for red, as Nashville Rhythm take the 3 points in the home game for Tennessee Tempo. Rhythm now moves to first place in the table with 6 matches played and 13 points, while Tennessee Tempo sits at 6 matches played and 8 points. Again, fans, we thank you for listening to the Tennessee Tempo FC Sports Network. If you haven't yet, go out and make sure to subscribe to our YouTube and follow our Instagram page at TN Tempo FC. We thank you for listening and have a great night.